Yo, what up? It's your boy XcaliberZero, the music producer you can grow with, and today we're going over 5 basic email templates that you can send your audience today. Whether if you're a music producer trying to sell to an artist or a music producer trying to sell to another producer, these are 5 basic email templates that you can send to your audience and use variations of this to consistently communicate with the audience. So the first thing that I like to do is to tell a story. If I have an obstacle that I went through personally that I can send to them, that they can kind of connect to, I tell that story, whether if it's a story about sacrifice or anything like that that happened within my life that maybe they can connect to, or something about me feeling doubt or anything like that and how I overcame that with my music. I tell that story and I share it with my audience. That really helps me kind of tell my story and let them know who I'm about and have them connect with me in some type of way, whether it's motivational or if it's overcoming, anything like that. Make sure that you're telling your audience little pieces about your story that relate to music or relate to something that's within the music realm or the creative realm in general that can connect you with that person, that can connect you with your ideal customer. So I highly recommend telling a story, getting your audience involved into who you are. The second thing that I do that's a gem is I send out emails asking my artists that I work with for new music. So if they have new music, I tell them, hey, I have a new playlist that I'm creating for spring break or for summer break, and I'm trying to beef up this playlist with some great new music. So if you have any new music, please feel free to share it. I either do that or maybe I'll buy their single. That gets a lot of engagement, a lot of return emails from that, because a lot of the times your artists are working on different projects. Whether if it's using 1 or 2 tracks from you, you need to stay in that conversation with them and figure out what they're working on. So that gives me a great way to know what they're actually working on and actually benefit them, give them some type of value by adding their music to my playlist. That gives them more traction and more streams for their music. So that's a really good one that I use. Another type of email I'm always sending is value. I'm either giving tips, tutorials, or something that gives them traction. So whether if it's a Spotify tutorial or tips on how to upload on Spotify or how to make cover art or anything like that, if I create a piece of content that can help them out, I'm creating that email and sending it to them, whether if it's a blog post, YouTube video, whatever. Tips just to help them out, give them value. Give them free value with nothing in return, just showing that you're here to help them, guide them through their journey. So another email that I send out to my audience is asking them about their problems, trying to help them solve their problems and giving them solutions to their problems. So I reach out to my audience, give them a quick question about a small email just with a question and ask them, hey, what's going on? What's holding you back? What's something that you don't like doing in the process of creating and promoting your music? How can I help you reach that next level? Whether if it's mixing services, anything that I can do to help them get to that next level, I ask them in return, I answer those questions, and I create content too around that as well. So when I'm asking my audience, I'm also listening to what they're saying, either replying directly to them or creating content and sending them that content their way. Another email that I send is when I'm promoting a product or service. So if I have a new product coming out or a service, I get them excited about that product by talking about it, my journey of creating that product, just doing the behind the scenes and really showing them and getting them involved with that product. And then when I'm doing that, when I'm releasing the product, I send them an email letting them know, showing them how excited I am about the product. You'll see this a lot when it's Cymatics or somebody releases a new email. They have their email set up in a specific way, but they're building hype towards whatever they're selling. So they're building that anticipation, they're getting you involved, they're telling you the story behind the scenes of them actually using all these different pieces of sense or hardware. That's a great example of showing you how you can really create a story and guide your journey or guide your audience through your own journey of trying to sell that product or a product or service that you've created that you're really excited about to sell them. So that's another email that I send that converts a lot of sales, because you're kind of guiding them and building that hype formula. You're building that hype along that journey when you're selling to that audience. Email marketing is one of the strongest ways to convert sales. It's the #1 way to convert sales, because a lot of the times your audience has their emails plugged into their phone, and whether if they see it's a promo or not, whether if they skip it or not, you're still in their brain, you're still ingrained within their brain. So really keep that conversation going. Let me know below if you have an email audience. How big is your email audience, and what do you do to converse with them? What do you do to keep that conversation going with them? Let me know. Also, if you can please subscribe and hit that bell notification, it really helps out the channel. I appreciate everybody who's been doing this so far. You are greatly appreciated. I try to constantly every week drop gems for the producer and artist community to help them grow. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, this is what you can expect from the channel. This is your boy XcaliberZero, the music producer you can grow with, and I'm out.
Double up the round, bring it back now. Haters mad, they just don't know how to act now. When you're done